this one is mainly about dealing with unfamiliar vocabulary. Without looking into the dictionary, how can you find out the meanings of difficult words? Okay, as I said earlier, you don't need to know the meanings of every word, but yes, you need to know the meaning of main words. Okay, and you must maintain your own writing vocabulary, writing journal, as I discussed yesterday. Okay, looking at the next one here, the first question here. I'm going to tell you 3 strategies today. There are many strategies, but today my main focus is just 3 strategies. Okay? Whenever you look at the word and you find that this is a difficult word for me, you must know what part of speech this word is. Okay? When I say parts of speech, there are different parts of speech. Okay? Mariam, do you know what are the parts of speech?
Yes, the basic one, the like noun, pronoun, verb, adjective.
Okay. Noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, okay, preposition.
Preposition,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Phrase. Or
these are like parts of speech. I'll not go in detail. I'm not teaching you grammar now. But if you don't know, find out what are the parts of speech. You must know, when you look at the word, you must know, is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? Is it a preposition? Because this will help you to understand the meaning of the word. All right? Yes, Mariam, please continue.
pearls, which have been long been the treasure of wealthy, are often the products of dead worms, which remain entombed at the center of the jewels, minute, translucent, and ethereal.
Okay. Mariam, can you tell me, is there any adjective here?
This minute,
Minute, thank you. Any other adjective?
translucent, ethereal,
Translucent, ethereal.
ethereal, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. What about wealthy? Wealthy, rich, poor, tall, short, long. All these
Yeah.
are adjectives,
Adjective,
right?
yes.
Okay. Is there any noun?
Yes, pearls.
Pearls. Okay.
Dead worms.
Is there any pronoun? Products is a noun. Yeah, thank you. Iman says products is a noun. Is there any verb, Mariam? Any verb?
Remain. It's just a guess. I don't.
What about entombed? Is it a verb or no?
Yes, it is a verb.
Yeah, Hamza says entombed is a verb. Thank you. So now you have an idea that these are different parts of speech. Okay. Now I have underlined 2 words. Okay. Dead worms, which remain entombed. I don't know the meaning of word entombed. Okay. So now I want to know, without looking into the dictionary, what does the word entombed mean? Okay. Okay, look at the down part here. Minute, translucent, and ethereal are all adjectives. You do not need to understand these adjectives in order to understand the idea about the dead worms and where they are formed. For this, you need to understand the verb entombed. It means you don't need to know the meanings of minute, translucent, and ethereal. These words are not important at this time. Okay, at this time, because these adjectives are just explaining jewels, but we want to know, what does the word entombed mean? First, we know it's a verb, and dead worms which remain entombed. And tomb, you know, it's a grave. Okay, entombed is a verb, so it's a kind of guessing. It's tomb mean grave, mean Dead worms are engraved somewhere, or they are dead somewhere, and they are entombed, mean they are
Hidden
in.
somewhere.
Yes. This tells me, when I look at the word and I look at the grammar part, is it a noun or a verb? And when I break the word, in mean within, tomb mean grave. That makes sense, that it's like dead worms which remain entombed, mean which are like in graves, entombed at the center of the jewel, mean in the middle of the jewel. Okay. En, when the word starts with en, it means within. So tomb is a noun, but when you add en, it becomes a verb. For example, there is another word like circle. Circle is a noun, but when you add encircle, en, it becomes a verb. So this is one way you understand what part of speech this word is. Okay, that will make it clear, make it easy for you to understand. Like entombed, tomb is a noun, entombed is a verb. It's a part of speech. And enlist, yes, that's another word. Now, this is one strategy. When you look at the word, you try to understand which part of speech it is. This will help you to figure out the meaning of the word. Remember this strategy. Okay? Now we'll move on to strategy number 2. Number 2 strategy is look at how the word is formed. Break it down. Mariam, are you still with me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Look at this one, please, and I want you to read.
Paragraph D, page 39, example. Whales and dolphins use sound in two ways, for communication and for echolocation.
Thank you. Now, I didn't bring these examples from another place. I took the example from the same thing which we studied yesterday and today. You all are familiar with this. Whales and dolphins use sound in two ways, for communication and for echolocation. Now, for example, let's say, for instance, I don't know the meaning of word echolocation. I have no idea. How will I understand? How will I know that what does echolocation mean? I will break it down. I will break down this word in different parts. I will dissect it so that it will give me an idea, what does the word mean? How? Look here. The word echolocation is a noun formed using echo and location. Now, you all know echo mean it's a sound, and location is the place. Okay? Yeah, thank you, Carla. You say echo means sound. That's right. And location is a place. So echolocation, now you will get the idea that whales and dolphins use sound in two ways, for communication and for getting together, for echolocation. Hamza, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stay with me, please, and read the last part.
The two parts of the word help you understand. It probably has something to do with the echoes coming from a place.
Yes, that's right. Mean these, when you break down the word, you just like look at the word, how the word is formed, you will understand most probably, because look at the base word. There are so many words. If you look at one base word, you will see so many other words coming to your mind. Okay? Okay, look at the next. This is our last strategy. This is strategy number 3. There is another example of breaking the word. I think this word, look at this one. Yes, Hamza, please go ahead. This is same strategy to break down the words.
What do you think entombed means? Pearls which have been which have long been the treasure of wealthy are often product of dead ones which remain entombed at the center of jewels.
Again, break down the word and you will get the meaning of the word. Okay, Hamza, can you break down this word?
In and tombed.
In and tomb. Ed is used because it is used in the past, so that doesn't matter. Okay. Entombed is a verb formed by using in, okay, plus tomb. The two parts of the verb help you understand that it is probably has something within a grave. Entombed mean, in mean within, or in, entombed mean within a grave. So now it tells me dead worms remain within a grave. It makes sense now. I can understand the whole passage because now I understand what is the meaning of word entombed. So this is one strategy. First strategy was look at the parts of speech. Is it a noun? Is it a pronoun? Is it a verb? Is it adjective? Is it a preposition? Is it like there are a couple of more parts of speech? Okay, you just like adverb. Is it an adverb? There's another thing. So just if you are not familiar with parts of speech, please go through it and you will understand better. Look at this again. Noun is tomb, grave. Verb, entomb, mean to bury. And in like another word now, I'm making another word, encircle and in entomb are prefixes. This is another great thing. You try to learn the word origins and the prefixes and the suffix. The words which you put at the beginning of the word or at the end of the word. Okay? This will help you to understand the meaning of the word. Okay. The last strategy, okay. Hamza, thank you very much. You didn't get much chance to speak, but I want to choose someone else who can join me for third strategy. This is the last strategy. Muhammad Mansha, please read.
Yes, sir. In the first strategy, I read about dead, warm, entombed, and minute, transparent, and ethereal. All are adjectives.
What is the strategy? What is the strategy mean? Look at the parts of speech, right?
Yes.
What is the second strategy?
Sir, in second strategy,
Yeah. Break down the words.
break down the word. Sir, how it is formed.
Yeah. Mean.
Yes.
Just break the word.
For example, echolocation.
Yes. Echo and location.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Entome and tome.
Yes.
This is how it does. Okay. Third strategy is also very interesting. Okay. This is the most effective thing which you all should try. And the strategy is when you look at the sentence and there is a word which you don't understand, don't panic. Look at the first part of the sentence and look at the second part of the sentence and try to understand what does this word mean. Or look at the first sentence and the third sentence, and you will understand what is the meaning of the sentence which is in the middle. Iman?
Yes. Last week I went for a walk.
Okay. Do you understand?
Last week I went for a walk.
Okay. Look at the second sentence here. Please read.
A wheelchair.
I saw a wheelchair. Okay. Now, let's say Last week I went for a walk. Iman, you can mute yourself because there is a sound coming. Last week I went for a walk. I saw a wheat ear. Can you tell me what does the word, can you tell me in the chat box, what does the word wheat ear mean? Wheat ear. Tells me it's a countable noun, okay? But it may be an animal, it can be a bird, small animal, but exactly I don't know what is it. So can you tell me in the chat, what does the word wheat mean? Maybe like wheat color. Oh yes, maybe wheat color, right? Any other possible answer? Last week I went for a walk. I saw a wheat ear. Any other possible answer? Please write it down in the chat box. I'm waiting. It's a countable noun because I saw a. This a tells me maybe a bird. Someone is saying, Sajjad is saying it's a bird or animal. It can be small or big animal. Yes, bread. Okay, that's great. Now, it was sitting on a fence post. It was sitting on a fence post. Last week, I went for a walk. I saw a wheat ear. It was sitting on a fence post. Now, this tells me something more about it. When I look at the next sentence, it was sitting on a fence post. It was sitting on a fence post. Now, it's more clear. It's not a human being. It could be an object or an animal or a bird or a cattle. You don't know. Okay? Now we move on. When I got near, it flew away. Now the meanings are getting even clearer that it's a bird. When I got near, it flew away. Before someone was saying it's a bird, it's food, animal, okay? But now, when you look at the first part and you look at the next part, the last part, it's like more now, almost very clear that it's, look at this one here. Last week, I went for a walk. I saw a wheat ear. It was sitting on a fence post. When I got near, it flew away. Now you know exactly what a wheat ear is, and you derive the meaning from the context. I didn't tell you the meaning. This is how, okay, fence post, someone is asking what is a fence post. It's like a fence, like a long rod where you see sometime you hang it for, after washing clothes, you put your clothes on it, or like farmers have a fence post to protect their fields from the animals or from the trespassers. So that is called fence post. So I didn't explain the meaning. So you just got the meaning from the context. You looked at the first part of the sentence, next part of the sentence, and then you looked at the word. Is it a noun, pronoun? And then you figured it out that it's a bird. Okay, this is a technique which we mostly use to understand the meanings of the words without looking into the dictionary. It's a technique which needs some kind of common sense and some practice. It's not a problem. If you look at the next example, please. Same, we will continue using context clue. I mean, look at the context of the sentence. And this is now something which we just studied, the undersea world of sound. If you remember, we have covered this one today. I need someone, Carla, can you just read it?
Sound is an efficient way to transmit and sense information, especially as it travels 5 times faster through water than through air. If humans shout to someone, it is unlikely that they will be heard a kilometer away.
Right. Okay. Here, if you know the meaning, because I have explained the meanings, now imagine we don't know the meaning of word transmit. We don't know what does the word transmit mean. And it's a very important word. It's the main word. If I know the meaning of transmit, I will understand the question. Okay? So now I want to know, what does the word transmit mean? Sound is an efficient way to transmit and sense information, especially as it travels 5 times faster through water than through air. If humans shout to someone, it is unlikely that they will be heard a kilometer away. What does the word transmit mean? Okay, look at this one here. Okay, the word transmit is a verb, okay, that is followed by a rephrasing. If humans shout, this helps you understand that it is another word for sending out messages. In first sentence it says, sound is an efficient way to transmit and sense information. And then it says, if humans shout, so somehow this is rephrasing. Shouting is also transmitting. Transmitting means like you share the information through sound or through one way or another, and shouting is the same thing through sound. Someone is saying travel or shout, yes. So transmit, when you look at the word and you look at the next word, if humans shout or when human transmit to the others, so it's almost the same meaning. So I understand transmit also mean share the sound or communicate. So this gives me an idea that these two words are quite close. It's rephrasing, meaning the same words, but they are said in a different way. This helps you to understand that this is another word for sending out messages. Okay.